going to pull some free readings here. Pull some free readings. Pull some free readings. Hello, Miss Thelma. The red thread. The red thread, I feel like I keep missing you. I can't do a general. I cannot give you a general reading, ma'am. You have to give me a question. Hey, tweet. Tweet. Do the collective. Let's do the collective. Lord. What are y'all up to? Oh my God. Woo! Wow. Holy moly. Oh man, Spirit's out here. I almost, this is how it was yesterday. Spirit came out in every damn reading. Excuse me, I didn't mean to say damn, but they came out almost in every reading. Whew. This is something else here. Something else. Wow, wow, wow. Holy moly moly. Wow. So in the recent past, this is there's a gentleman here. The only court card I have out here is a gentleman's. Okay, this could be a water sign. It doesn't have to be. But when this guy loves, he loves hard. He's genuine about his love. Okay. In the recent past, this is there's a public humiliation here in the recent past. Public. So, this person publicly humiliated themselves. They were in a position where they got a lot of attention, a lot of public success, and as soon as what they do? Lose their job, got fired, or what? This is public humiliation. It looks like they get fired. If they didn't get fired, I find it hard to believe, but they definitely humiliated themselves publicly. This person's not doing well financially. They're not faring well financially. And so just as public as your success is as public as it is when you're not doing well, okay, financially. So right now, in the current energy, the more you make, the more you spend. And this person has a lot of commitments, financial commitments. They're really holding a grudge. They've done a number. They've done a number to themselves financially, and they're on the hook for this money, especially now in the current energy. It's a hardship because they're juggling money. This person realized there's no happiness here. Furthermore, there's no love at all. They realized that whatever connection they were in was out of ego. And most likely this gentleman's ego was largely inflated because when you're up, you're up. It's almost like when you got it going on, yeah, you have access to different types of people, different types of money, different lines of credit. Now, not so much. This person's miserable. They realize their ego got the best of them, I would say. Um, there's a spirit guide here, most likely a masculine spirit guide. However, I will say that this person does realize that they're miserable, that there is no love in the connection. This Ace of Cups reversed. This was never, most likely, this whole thing was just a big show, a big public display of look at how rich we are. And the sun reverse, there's no happiness there. Furthermore, there's no love. And I do see this gentleman moving on. Most likely this was a lesson in love that they had to get, for sure. Yeah, it does look like that this person's they've effed themselves. They've definitely effed themselves with their financial commitments. They are juggling money terribly right now. And in the future, I see it getting darker. No happiness, no love in this situation at all. And I see this person realizing that they got to move on. They have to move on. If not, that is a message for some gentlemen out there. This only continues to get worse, okay? Very humiliating. Public humiliation. Public downfall. Anything else for the collective? Anything else for the collective? Wow. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, Spirit say the best part for last. 5, 6, 7, 8. Who do we appreciate? Okay. 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 At any rate, in the recent past, there was a high level of success in the recent past. No doubt things grew hard. I mean, if it's easy, everybody would be doing. This level of measurable success is difficult, not only to obtain, but to sustain. And there's an intuition here, someone's intuition. They're looking at, when did I lose my job? When did the bottom, they're looking at why something failed. When did this get hard? This struggle with money and this financial poverty. What did I give to? So on and so forth, right? Because in the current energy, I see this person taking time to heal, and they're in a really tough spot where they are unable to move. And it's due to the financial aspects of this. Everything they have invested, the interferences here with the money. Nine of Pentacles. This is heartbreaking because of all the years of investment that I have here and all this money, this financial investment. And it's just not going to break even. This is on divine timing. What I see though in the future, the only court card here is a woman. Lovely lady. This woman flips out. She flips the F out, freaks out. This Knight of Swords reversed. She's dangerous. She has a complete meltdown, a tantrum. She flips shit because everything's over. It's just over. And you want to talk about cussing, complete tantrum. She is having a meltdown, mental health crisis. She's a hater. Ooh. She's cussing the heavens because of this chapter being closed. And she's holding on for dear life. But it's all for public success. This is how she's looking at it. It's like, no, this is my public victory. And there's this big lie that she's been selling the public as well. This chapter closes and she's holding on, but she's holding on just for the public success part of it. She wants everybody to see like they're the Joneses. Well, no, we still got it. We still... Listen, she's having a tantrum. The reason everything changes is her. It's her tantrum. Big tantrum. A lot of blame. There's blame coming back on this woman. Everything changes. There is something public. This is the humiliating part. Whatever's being shown to the public. Hold on. Just hold on to your hats, folks. I feel like this woman's going to embarrass herself publicly. This thing's closing out. Hold on, because Spirit has saved the best for last. They're not going to let it go out quite like that. It's almost like they're expecting this woman to crash out. When she crashes out, it's an answered prayer. She does it to herself. She does it to herself. This is a crash out. Hold on, we saved the best for last. Wait do you see this? It's public too. This public. Answered prayer. Closing of a cycle. Hold on, I saved the best for last. This is public. A big public display, embarrassing display of someone's mental health breakdown. Yeah. This person is crazy. They cray. They're crazy. Everybody's going to see the truth of it too. There is something very public. Due to the public, I don't know why, it's just so damn public. Things are hard. I wouldn't be surprised if this person had to go to a food pantry or something. Because what I'm seeing is this, this is like people who really need help. But these people got money, investments and such. There is something here on divine timing. This woman's about to crash out. She's going to flip out. Everything changes. There's a lot of blame. They're blaming someone else for why everything changed. Hating on someone's spirituality. Claiming that someone preyed on their downfall. Hold on. That public success. This public victory is supposed to be mine. Okay. Martha. Okay. And she's blaming some other girl. She's blaming this woman that this woman did work on her. They're the reason that I lost everything. Okay, girl. I don't know about that. I'm just reading the board. Okay, that's going to relate to somebody. Or for someone. Okay. That's okay. Red thread, that's okay. Just read the description box. So when you click on the live, you can click further and there's a description box there. It'll tell not just you, Red Thread, but everybody that's new here. It'll tell you exactly how to post your question, how to phrase it to prevent you from getting skipped, okay? Okay. MV, hello. I'm so glad to catch up with you. Reading. Can you please tell me MZR's current feelings? Is he with someone else now? Okay. MV wants to know about this MZR. The current feelings and if he's with someone else. MZR. Let's go. Let's go. Well, first, let's give me a minute. Hold on. Sorry, y'all. Bear with me. Sorry for the silence. Give me a second here. Give me a momento, please. Por favor. That's my awful Spanish that I don't know. Do not know how to speak Spanish. Diablo Blanco. All right. MCR current feelings, and is he's seeing somebody else? MZR current feelings for MV, and is he seeing anyone else? Can I see that? I swear I saw a flipper in there. Are my eyes playing tricks on me? All right, let's go. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Shit. All right, then. All right, then. All right, then. Damn it, go on. Player hater of the year here. I said this to another woman recently in another live reading I did for someone else. Player hater of the year. I don't know about this dude. What's his name? MZR, current feelings, and is he with someone else? I don't know about this cat. Your brother got some healing to do. Okay? Got some healing to do. Very disappointed. And the reason is things aren't working out for him. He's trying to, it's like his version of healing, he just keeps coming up short in the recent past. And he could say, I'm not interested in healing anything. I'm trying to manifest, his money. He's trying to focus on his money. He's looking at his investments, what he has so far, how he can get more of it. He's really financially motivated. Looks like he's lost some financial investments in the recent past as well. Lost opportunities out of greed, out of being greedy. Okay? Really has his mind on his money and his money on his mind. He does not want to go broke. He's manifesting out of a place of poverty. He's saying, I ain't got no other option. I absolutely cannot go broke. And his mind 24/7 is around his money. That's all he thinks about. He thinks about if he has it, they want it. The competitiveness that is circling him when it comes to money and how to get it, especially when we get into 6 figures, 7 figures, okay? Hold on, give me just 1 second. I apologize. I have to take this. I apologize, MV. Listen, when I look at his feelings for you, listen, MV, this brother, let me clarify this right here. There's no way for me to spin this in a better light. I wish I could. What's going on with him? He's very focused on his money. He feels like he has no other option but to focus on his money. He feels like if they got it, that if he has it, other people want it. This person, when it comes to women, I think there's some type of negative influence here around women for sure. This person is absolutely in denial about the way they feel about you. They don't trust you. This person does not trust you at all. They have a lack of trust for you. They feel like every word out of your mouth is untrue. That I don't know if they think you some type of gold digger or what. And I don't think it's anything you've done. I think this is him sabotaging you. That's how I feel about it. And I don't want you to take it personally. I think this is just their view on women. I do. It could be stemming from, their mother, how they view women, because their view of women in general, when it comes to a mother's love and a mother's energy, it's hatred. Therefore, they're very confused by you. Why do you want anything to do with me? They don't trust you. This person does not trust you. Now, as far as seeing anybody else, no. I think this person only thinks they're only thinking about their money. They look at everybody as competition. They don't trust you. I don't want you to take it personal. I don't think they trust women in general. They feel like all women are dark. Women in general confuse this person. Okay? I wouldn't take it personally, is what I'm trying to say. It's not just you. This person has failed, okay? When it comes to money, they failed. And I ain't got no other options here. I have no other options. They feel like all they can do is focus on their bread and their money and how to get more of it. And I would not take it personally that they feel the way they feel about women. They feel like all women are liars. This person doesn't trust you, but they don't trust anybody, especially women. Especially women. Anything else you could tell me about this MZR? They'd be glad to. Honey, I know, listen, your heart might be broke, but there's a betrayal and a grudge. There's betrayal, there's grudge, there's broken hearts here in the recent past. This lover's reverse, honey. There's a spirit guide here. They were very vocal yesterday. I'm not surprised. This is heartbreaking, but this grudge this person holds on to, they're holding on to it. We're sweeping a hell of a lot under the rug, and we have to defend. This person is very defensive, very guarded, and there's a spirit guide here talking about the tower, okay? Spiritually speaking, there's a foundational change here where everything just has to get ripped down. This person chasing money, it's unbelievable. This is heartbreaking. This person's holding a lot of grudges when it comes to money. And all their view right now is chasing that dollar bill. Have you noticed this about this person's lustful nature to chase money? We're sweeping a whole lot under the rug when it comes to this love situation and how this person views it. In women, this is women, honey, this is women. This person is very guarded against women, and it could have something to do with their mom, how they were raised. You're going to have to leave this one alone because this thing's crumbling, and it's good news for this situation. It is, okay? It has to. This person needs a foundational change that has nothing to do with you at all. At all. Furthermore, I do believe they hold a grudge with you over your success. You're going to have to move on from this person. This person needs a lot of foundational work done that has nothing to do. I see a complete collapse in the future. And it's good news for you, but not so much for this other party. Not so much for your counterpart. This person's holding a lot of grudges that have nothing to do with you. Most likely it's from what they experienced probably in childhood with the very negative energy with their own mother. But they feel like they need to stay protected from feminine energy. That women perverse everything when it comes to love. You need to leave this one alone because this thing here is crumbling. It's good news for you. But furthermore, to see you invest well, take good care of yourself, it just scared. A woman of your caliber scares this person. Yeah. You scare this person. You intimidate this person. Because women are supposed to be gold diggers. This person needs this kick in the ass in the future. They need to see that not all women are bad, but for whatever reason, you are a turning point for this person. You are a catalyst. You are the wake-up call, spiritually speaking. The fight they have isn't with you. The fight they have against women, always standing up to it. They need to stand up to their own childhood scars. It's got nothing to do with you. Although I do believe you impacted this person. All right, Jessica Velez, is she going to be with this man she wants? Oh, Jessica. Let's talk about it, boss. Jessica, we got to talk. Because I don't even know how I'm going to say this to you without... Yeah. I just don't know how I'm going to say this. I don't. How I'm going to say it politely. Boy crazy. Yeah, boy crazy. Yeah, honey. Jessica Velez, we got to talk, boss, because you're coming across as boy crazy. This fine guy, he gets so much public success, and he is everything. You, the woohoo girl, you like a fan club, and you hate on anybody else that comes around him. He's mine, precious. Yeah. You're confused about love and men in general. Okay. That will, especially this one person that you're holding on to, you're very confused, ma'am. This competition business on you does not look good on you. It does not. And moving forward, we need to focus on you getting healed. Okay. You need to focus on your own healing. You're coming across as boy crazy. You're very confused about men in general and why you're holding on to this, why you want to hold on to this, because when you see this gentleman, you're lighting up like you a fan going to a concert. Oh my God. It's Beaver. Yeah, Bieber fever. You got the Bieber fever up in here. You're very competitive. Like there's not enough men to go around. Mm. No, he's mine, precious. Yeah. I mean, I don't want to be mean to you, but this ain't the way to get one. You're very confused about men and how to go about it. You're coming across as cray cray. Jessica Velez. The red thread. Will I have a love relationship this year? The red thread. Will I have a love relationship this year? The red thread. Yeah, I saw this in your pre-shuffle. Okay, good. Ooh, you got heavy fire sign and heavy Capricorn up in here. Very heavy. Sagittarius especially. Yeah, heavy fire sign. Look at all this fire. Ooh, I am shocked here. I am shocked and bewildered. I did not see that going that way. I thought it's ironic I didn't speak on this spread beforehand. I was tempted to, much like this devil. I was very tempted to speak about this, what I was seeing before all the cards came out. And I'm glad I didn't. Thank God for that, right? Ooh. Oh, Lord. In the recent past, the red thread, in the recent past, when it comes to healing something and your motivations for wanting to heal it, you got double healing here, okay? Four Swords talks about healing, Temperance, I mean, come on. Your motivations for why you want to heal something from the past, and you putting in all this work with this guy, okay? He's so fine, girl. That's my divine masculine girl. You definitely, yeah, okay. And the reasoning behind you wanting to do this and the success, the long-term success, especially when we talk about someone from the past. There's a temptation here. Lust. Very highly lustful. I see all these lust cards of why we want to make this work. This is my divine masculine, my counterpart, my forever person. We need to think, there's something here that you need to review about why you want to heal this. Why do you want it to work out with this person? Because This has got lust written all over it. And in the future, you will see why this thing was so hard. It was so difficult. And it's all based on lust. Because you quickly lose interest and no longer wish to reconcile. It's odd. Because in the future, this gentleman from the past, the temptation here, the challenge is, I see you looking at this, you're going to realize why one of you was dumped. You quickly lose interest. You no longer wish to reconcile it. You know, it's the damnedest thing, because I see us wanting this. I want to heal it. I want to put the work in. I want this. I want this. I want this. This is my person. But when this person from the past comes and tempts you, the challenge of why this thing was so hard, getting off the ground, why somebody got dumped, you're quickly disinterested from reconciling with this person. It flips just like that. You're going to see why this thing failed, why someone got dumped. It all makes sense. Light bulb moment. You're quickly disinterested. You no longer wish. This is a turnoff. You completely no longer wish to reconcile with this person from the past. You could be tempted to do it, but you're going to see why things were so difficult. You quickly lose interest. I do see it happening in the future for you. Anything else for the red thread? They keep talking about the past. The past is coming up over and over and over. Anything else for the red thread? Ooh, Lord. No wonder we wanted to heal that thing. Look at all this fire sign. Chariots out here. So possibly something kicking off in the month of July as well. Yeah, they're telling me you ain't interested. You're not going to be interested in this. You're not. They've told me now twice, you're not going to be, judgment was already called on it in the past. In the past, this person fucked you over, you fucked them over, somebody fucked, they did a number, and judgment was already called on this thing. Right now, it's been a struggle to move forward, no doubt. No doubt, a struggle to move forward. And we are at this point in the fork in the road moment, okay, of picking a new path. And there is something... There's an opportunity for a fresh start, and it's so tempting. It's so lustful. I do think this is going to be a test to see. Here's the issue. I see a very masculine approach to this. Is this logical? Does this make sense on paper? Are we equally yoked? And the answer is no. That's why you are disinterested. When it comes to the long-term success of this being stable long-term, I am not interested. Now, no doubt you may have a romp in the hay with this person. Because it's like you're in the, right, my life's a joke, broke, love life, DOA. So it's like we're always stuck in second gear. We're stuck in second gear right now. Chariot 2 of Wands. I'm stuck in second gear. So I'm going to hit first, but when we hit first, you know, if you drive a manual car, right, and we're changing from first, second to third, and you're listening to the motor wind out, it's so tempting and alluring. So we may have a romp in the hay with this person, but that's about where it's going to leave. You could have one last hurrah, one last little roll in the hay with this person. If you've been waiting on that, sure. But logically, I see you cutting this off. When it comes to being equally yoked, you're not interested because this person doesn't present themselves as long-term, which is ironic for the King of Pentacles, because King of Pentacles usually comes across very stable, predictable, marriage worthy, but no, nope, not interested, not interested. In the past, this person, somebody here did a number. It's too far. Judgment was called. I'm moving on, and I've already turned my back to this. I'm looking for a new opportunity. Cuffing season being here, or cuffing season being over and all. Fresh new start, and there's so much temptation. But I see you looking at things differently, as if, or is this person equally yoked? And it's disappointing because the answer is just no, especially for this past person. We're looking for someone more stable, someone with a solid head on their shoulders. In particular, it could be an air sign in the future, air or earth, because you've been disappointed by someone here. You're looking for someone more stable, more grounded, someone you can trust, with your bank card and such. Aladonna, Aldona. Will I get a new job soon? Okay. Spirit, you see anything for Aladonna getting a new job? I apologize, I cannot pronounce your last name. I don't want to try because I'll butcher it. Will Aladonna get a new job soon? Aladonna, are you a woman or a man? I cannot tell by the profile picture. It's too small. Wow, holy crap. Rest up, Buttercup. Rest up. You're gonna need your rest, okay? Eat your Wheaties and such. Here's the deal. In the recent past, I see an interference on your success, and it looks like someone here took their opportunity, an opportunist, to fuck you over pretty publicly. So there's an interfering energy in the past, and it looks like it's pretty public, and it looks like you were done terribly. This is overkill, and I see you definitely learning from that experience. It's definitely, what don't kill you makes you stronger. It would appear that whatever happened to you in the recent past, that this person or people who, however way be the way, that they got away with something. Like I said, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And I do see that for you right now. I see you bossing up, definitely leveling up, bossing up in the current energy. However, to whom much is given, much is required. So in the future, however you're looking at the way you're measuring success and forward movement, please also take into account the level of rest that you will need. I see you being extremely happy in the future with the level of success that you will acquire. But again, you can obtain this level of success, and I see you obtaining it. But be careful here. There's a warning on sustaining this level of success. I see you being extremely tired in the future. Okay? It looks like you're a one-man band. You ever seen that guy that's out in public and he's got the drums and the hi-hat and he's got something in his head? You're coming across like a one-man band in the future. I see you pushing forward successfully, but please take into account adequate rest. One-man band. You may need to work on delegating some responsibilities in the future. And that may be a struggle for you. Because there's this one-man band on your reading where it's just you and you only. Rest up, and please take that into account later when you achieve this level of success, because you will need to sustain it and sustain yourself in the meantime, okay? Okay, Divine Chosen One. Hello, everyone. Is what? Oh my goodness. This O person honest with me about everything? Okay. Whoever this O person is, I don't know who that is. Is this O person being honest with Divine Chosen One? Go on. Wow, they got a whole lot to say about this. Woo. A whole lot to say. Hmm. Mm. I don't know who this person is. I don't like it. I wouldn't trust them. I can't trust these hoes. You won't catch me slipping. I can't trust these hoes. I ain't like these ninjas. That's right. Not trustworthy. Survey says no. Boom. Looks like there's a third-party interference, heartbreak in the recent past. Highly committed. There's love mixed in this. You cannot trust. There's illusions all through this relationship about what the equal give and take is. And then we get the heavens involved, don't we? Then we get the heavens involved and learning some karmic lessons along the way there. And putting people in our business. Yeah. Because this King of Cups reverse, no, it's kind of depressing. And furthermore, I don't see a hell of a lot of love coming from a gentleman at all. Because there's a female here coming up, Queen of Cups challenge. But when we look at this gentleman aspect, he's coming up in the reverse. Completely dropped this thing. The love aspect coming off of it is kind of quite depressing. The this gentleman's not prioritizing this at all. He has been freed from this situation. There's absolutely zero chance of reconciliation. This will not work out. I do see heavy lies here. Someone here has been lying about the amount of investment that is going into something, and this is on divine timing. There's a female here. Good looking female, quite witty. She could be a fire sign. She doesn't have to be. Good looking woman. Judgment reverse. I don't know who this female is, but this judgment reverse, someone in this equation is not being treated fairly. Because I have a younger female and an older female that is not treating this thing fairly, not giving it the respect that it desires or requires. Whatever this person's up to, judgment reverse, it's in poor taste. There could be jealousy, heavy jealousy in this thing. Heavy jealousy. This is failing. A 57 fail on this thing. Someone here is lying. It could be just to get the other party to invest more. There's divine timing here. Now, as far as this female's next actions, if this is someone, I feel strongly in this reading, if this is someone advising someone, no. I just don't understand what the motivation here is. The motivation, judgment reverse. This is giving poor counsel, poor judgment. Empress upright. And this could be someone, really building up a feminine energy. You go. Especially when it comes to, this is not being a woman's woman, furthermore. This is not supporting women, supporting another woman. If so, the motives here are very suspect, extremely suspect motives. A lot of hating going up in here. A lot of salt. Salt Bay? Okay. I got Salt Bay up in here. Might want to invest in some salt. A lot of 10s in this reading. Okay. Divine Chosen One. Listen, there's no negotiating the past on a closed cycle. We learned the lesson. That's it. There's no negotiating the past. There's no coming up against the past. When a door is shut, new one opens, and we learn the lesson, and that's it. In the current energy, what I'm seeing here is, are you happy? Are you self-fulfilled? Because whatever this is exhausting. There's finding emotional fulfillment, but being completely exhausted, and Five of Pentacles, left out, not only left out in the cold, but a poverty energy on this. Poverty. Because what I'm seeing is there's one person here getting emotional fulfillment while exhausting someone else, maybe exhausting their resources, because in the future, this 10 of Pentacles, this is legal, whatever this is, this legal beagle business here. And there's struggle here. I don't know if this is someone, there's someone here that's living good. Ten of Pentacles, it's legal. Whatever this is legal. No doubt it's hard. This is a hard line of work. Hard line of work. But if this is this relationship here that we have with someone, there is someone here that eats well. Whatever they're doing is legal and it's hard. Hard line of work. Hard line of work, but however this person learned this, you know, they're very happy. This person's single as well. But I feel like we're draining people that don't have the money, and we're, you know, what is this? Robin Hood? Let's see how that makes sense to you, but that's what I'm seeing in this reading. Lola, hi. Will R go away and leave me alone? Lola, I've already read about this. Already read about this for you. Let it go. Exactly. I've already read this for you. Let this go. I even, no. Okay. Someone no doubt made a very poor decision. They got on the wrong path in the recent past. We need to let this go with this gentleman. Let it go. Let it go. This gentleman's coming across as extremely materialistic. I feel like someone here has learned their lesson. Furthermore, as I told you before, ma'am, 3 of Swords reverse. This person has healed from this. No doubt they were a sore loser. They feel like they've lost some type of victory. However, there's no negotiating this in the future. Furthermore, I feel this gentleman does not wish to negotiate this with you. They're disappointed, no doubt, but leave it alone. Let it go. Who is holding on to this? Because this gentleman has let this go. This gentleman's coming across quite narcissistic, meaning he's very materialistically driven. However, he's healed from this. He is a sore loser about it. Don't get me wrong. But he no longer wishes to negotiate this with you. I'm sorry to disappoint you, but he's not trying to negotiate this with you any longer. He's not coming up against you. No doubt he's disappointed. He could be licking his wounds. But I've told you this before. He's let it go. He realizes he went down the wrong road. Lola, I told you this. Hey, Crow's Nest, hey. The Chatterbox girl want to know about this Ahmad person. Will they marry her? Ooh, Chatterbox girl. Listen. This Ahmad character, okay? This Ahmad character has a wealth of options. So many options that they're exhausted by the amount of options they have, okay? This guy has a lot to offer, mostly financially. They have a lot to offer, and whatever woman gets to be with this gentleman is getting a lot in return. Don't be confused about this at all, because I do see a fresh start here and someone being extremely happy. However, this 5 of Cups here being depressed over the final judgment, being depressed because in a matter of time, you're going to see all the competition. And this Queen of Pentacles, there's a female here that stands to gain a hell of a lot. I guess it depends on how you look at it. To me, it's got a concubine energy on it. I mean, it depends on how you look at this. This could be a fresh start for happiness, but I don't want you to be disappointed with the final judgment in this because it's a matter of time. There's quite the amount of competition here for this person. And it's got concubine energy written all over it. Concubine. How hard do you want to fight for this, I guess? Because there's something here you're not for sure of. You're not. And there's a fresh start you could be happy about, but I don't want you to be disappointed with the overall result. You're going to see all the other competitors here. It's women, and these women all have something to gain from this relationship. It's money. So it depends on how long. I mean, this looks like Flavor Flav, yeah, with the big clock on his thing. I mean, are we okay, girl? I don't know. If you want to be a concubine, I mean, it's just all in how you look at it, okay? But don't be confused. Don't be confused about this because you're far from the only one. And if you want to be a concubine, sure, this could be great for you. As long as you're willing to share, okay? Right, because of all this money, honey. This person, this single person, they got money. Yeah. And this Ace of Cups, this challenge of this love, this relationship, are you willing to share that cup? Flavor Flav. Think about that. You got a lot to think about. Okay? You got a lot to think about here because there's a lot of money to be had. But this relationship will have its fair share of challenges. There's a lot here you really need to think about, especially this Queen of Pentacles in this competition here. Very competitive, and these women are competitive over the resources. You're going to have to share that cup. Since we want to treat this brother like he's the Holy Grail. Stars aligned. Batman. I can't be your Batman because I'll be Robin. There's a song, it goes like that. Never mind. No, you don't got it. Honey, it's the whole title says free reading. Okay. Audrey. Victoria Edwards, hello. Victoria Edwards wants a second chance for love. What do we see for Victoria? Victoria. Oh, Vicky. Vicky wants a second chance for love. Flavor Flav. Desperado. Damn, Gina. Oh. Oh. Oh no. Yeah, nah. Ooh, I'm glad you caught me. Glad you caught me, because you need this warning. Yeah, you do. Damn. Victoria, we gotta talk. This is awful. Okay, listen, Linda, because you confused about the truth. I'm so glad for this judgment. You about to be disappointed at any rate. Listen, I don't want you to be disappointed, okay? But there's a gentleman here from the past or in the past energy pursuing you very hard, and you can't trust him. He's a player hater of the year. You could identify this gentleman as, it could be a fire sign. He doesn't have to be, but you could identify this person as visually attractive. He could have a nice looking car or one that he fixed up. He could use a lot of foul language, always in a hurry, could talk fast. This is ongoing. This because I see two different dudes here. I see this guy, I see this guy. But right now, there's a challenge here. You've been on quite the rough journey. And you have a serious commitment here in the current energy. Big chance for love. Ace of Pentacles. But this gentleman coming towards you, he presents himself kind of flashy, but that's all a lie. This is the big show. Exactly. He is putting on this big show. Classy. Flashy. Uh-huh. This gentleman's extremely, I don't know how this pertains to you, Victoria Edwards, because King of Pentacles reverse is very narcissistic. This is someone that is very materialistic, extremely materialistic. This is a con man. He's going to present himself as your equal, as if to say that you two are equally yoked in the financial arena, only to fuck you over. He is a con man. He is a thief. Anything that he's showing you that's flashy, he's purchased on credit. But he presents himself that he is your wish fulfillment. He's your golden opportunity. He's your ticket to the Willy Wonka's chocolate factory. When everything he owns is borrowed, the bank owns it. He is in heavy amount of debt. Think hard, because he owns nothing, but he presents himself to you as you two being equally yoked in the financial arena. And when it comes to matters of the heart, I know you're thinking, well, why does it matter? Because this man is hustling. He's a hustler. He's a hustler, baby. I just want you to know he's a hustler. He's a con. Matter of fact, there's zero love in your reading. You have 0 cups. 0. He is what I call the big show. You've got 0 cups in the reading. This is all money. This is all talk. This is all flattery. This is all visual. Notice what he talks about. Talks about money, how long he's worked. If he works, I don't know. All I can tell you is he's extremely materialistic. He's lying. He's a con man. He presents himself. This is how you can identify him. He holds grudges with other men that have nicer possessions than he. He has a lot of rented, if not rented, he don't own nothing. This is extreme amounts of material debt. High limits on credit cards. Furthermore, he can hustle you too on how to make some money, and he's going to screw you. Do not give this person any personal information. That means don't give him your birthday, your social security number. Furthermore, I don't trust him. I don't trust a word he says. You can't take him at face value. I don't believe that car is his. I do not. Because when he presents himself, he's going to say, I'm the man you've been looking for your entire life. This is your golden, you're going to think that too. In the current energy, I'm your golden opportunity, baby. Speaking of second chances, the Knight of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles makes the deuce. I'm your second chance of love. Very Flavor Flav vibe on it. Extremely materialistic. This is a hustler. That he's God's gift. He's a gift to you. The only thing he's going to do is rob you. Watch him, because he might steal your chain. There ain't no commitment here. Any commitment he's into, he's just in it for what he can get financially. This is sickening. This is a male gigolo whore. You got yourself a bussy, right? Yeah, boy, could go both ways. A lot of men up in this reading. Anything else? That's a warning, Victoria Edward. That's what I see coming up for you. Speaking of the Ten of Pentacles, let's talk about it, boss. The truth. Honey, I gave you the truth. Wow. Judgment. Better use your discernment. I just smacked you with the truth. You got smacked with some truth here. On this, because there's something here about this lovers. There's a huge commitment in love coming up for you in a not so far away future. Huge. Ten of Pentacles, there's a lot to lose here as well. And I gave you the truth about your discernment. There's a test. The Ace of Swords is also known as a test. You have a test coming up. In this lovers thing, this is a huge commitment in love. I do feel like it's a choice between two, meaning you're going to get presented with some fake, some fraud, some phony, somebody presenting themselves that they are your divine counterpart. They are not. But it will be a test of your discernment. There's a lot to lose here. A lot. So choose wisely. You need to look at this person just with a lot of discernment. This King of Pentacles, you need to think hard about what he's presenting you. Your spirit team's here. Hermit with the Six of Swords. Six of Swords is my spirit guide. I'm telling you, this brother, Five of Pentacles, he's poor. Probably don't work. This is your answered prayer. This guy who's pursuing you. He could give you some backstory about how all the challenges that he's had to overcome. And it's quite depressing, but there's a light at the end of the tunnel and it's a fresh start. You may think you have unfinished business with this cat. You could have been holding on. And Nine of Pentacles, you need to think about this little temptation here that we're tempted by, because everything is not a buck. You need to trust your intuition. You could have been waiting to heal something. You need to really look at the way you've been looking at this counterpart that you have nothing in common with. Why it didn't work out. Okay? He could have been a soulmate, no doubt. Two of Cups is a soulmate, but it didn't even work out there. You've got a lot to offer, and I know you've been disappointed. But this public success with your real emperor, ma'am. Okay? You've got a real emperor here. Like I said, a hell of a lot to lose with this new relationship. You're being tested with a fraud, a fake, a phony. You're going to be, I swear to you, it's going to change everything. And this is on your divine path. You're going to see there's something here, competitive. It's a fail. You need to have strong values, strong morals and standards. You need to have some boundaries. Because this person is going to argue. Anytime that you have a standard, a boundary, they're going to try to push the buck. They're going to try to push that standard, that boundary. It's on divine timing to happen. Your divine counterpart's not going to make you compete or compare. This person, like I said, you can identify them because they're going to hate on other people's stuff. He is the prize to the room and to this relationship. He's also emotionally codependent. They're giving you a lot of clues here, Page of Swords. They're giving you a hell of a lot of clues about who this person is. They really don't want you to fail. They don't want you to have to repeat the third grade with this lustful energy that we've already walked away from. I get it. They really rooting for your success. But, I can tell you this all day till I'm blue in the face. But at the end of the day, your discernment with the truth is your discernment with the truth, Victoria, it was. Okay. Zabina, foes Bashat, love me. Does this person, brother, love her? Foes Bashat, love me. Listen, in the recent past, I think you've been praying about something. It looks like somebody here walked away from you. You walked away from them, and you're hoping they take a risk towards you. You can come out of the cold and such. I would wonder why this person is doing this, because you need to look at your options here if you're equally yoked with someone else and think about that hard. Okay? Think about that hard and long. There's something here about going overseas and waiting for a yes answer. Could be waiting for something from somebody from overseas or something. Take a risk towards you. You're looking at there's somebody here looking at options to help them financially. And you need to think about that, especially if you are thinking about going overseas. You need to think about the communication. I mean, I see good communication. I see a yes answer in the future for you. But you need to really check your motivations, if not this person's, what they stand to gain, because someone's looking at their options from a financial perspective of how they can level up financially. This is a trip about castaways. It's here for a long, long time. To make the best of things. Something, something, something. Yeah, there's financial motivation all up through this thing. I knew the collective reading was very financially motivated. People tripping out over it, especially women. Oh my God, it's fever. Beaver fever. Beaver fever. We want prenup. We want prenup. Yeah, something that you need to have. Oh, shit. Yeah, something you need to have because when she leave your ass, she gonna leave with half. Wow, holy crap. Okay, listen. In the recent past, I'm seeing someone chase. They're manifesting out of a place of lust. Yeah, they are. And they're examining how hard this would be because they, listen, the male phallic, this person knows what a man wants. What a man wants, what a man needs. They're looking at the male phallic. This is the one of 4 ways to make good money. You work hard, you inherit it. You can inherit it, you can work hard. I'm missing the third one. Damn it. Anyway, I do remember the fourth one. At any rate, we're looking at an opportunity with a man, and this man giving us our heart, but based out of attraction. I want this man to give to me. This is a, King of Cups is someone who loves the woman genuinely. And this woman here, this woman has really invested in herself she's marketing, this is a woman that's marketing herself as beautiful. The challenge is, even though this man may be willing to give to a very beautiful woman and do it genuinely, this is the marketplace for love, where a man genuinely invests his heart, puts his money where his mouth is for this beautiful woman, but there's protection here, okay? And we could be waiting if this is a mail order bride. That's the vibe it's carrying. There's something here on divine timing about moving forward and putting our roots down, getting this investment. I see it collapsing. There's going to be a collapse on it. Go ahead.
Pause it. Word.
Okay. Mamma mia. Hi. Please, can you tell me I'll find love within my standards, or should I lower them? Thank you. I can't be your nut man, because I'll be Robbie. Mamma mia. Mamma mia. Okay. Oh, bless your heart. Oh, bless your heart. I see this. Mama mia, I ain't got nothing bad to say about you. I don't. It's not so hard. It's just hard, honey. What you're waiting for is just hard. I have nothing bad to say about you at all. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. If anything, you need to stand. You need to stand, honey, stand. This is when you've got a really good, say we're playing poker, okay? You need to keep a tough poker face right now. You got the best hand. You got the, yeah. And you're just around a bunch of weak ass men. I don't know, yeah. You're just a bunch of, honey, you got the, if we're all playing poker, you got a full house. And you're saying, well, maybe I should trade these cards out. Maybe I should trade these cards out. Listen, I see it in the recent past. You're coming across, it's a challenge, you know. If I said, well, are you emotionally fulfilled? Well, I mean, that's a double-edged sword. Yes, I'm happy within myself. I'm filling my own cup emotionally, but I don't want to lie to myself and say that I don't want the 10 of cups when I do. I do want a higher level of commitment. I do want the 10 of pentacles. You know, I want to share this with somebody, but you're saying, you know, I've got a lot to offer someone, the challenge of that and moving forward. And it's not that it's like, yeah, I'm willing to flirt with someone, you know, someone healed. That said, you're holding back from weak ass men. You're holding back from weak ass narcissistic men, bullies. That said, I think you want a strong man. I want a strong man who's intelligent, attractive, strong and intelligent and attractive. And you're just, right now, that's repulsive to weak ass men. I don't know what else you want me to say about that. You know, you're quite healed. And what you're trying to hold yourself back from is the narcissists, the bullies, the weak ass men. This is people that need to announce themselves. You know, the loudest one in the room is also the weakest one in the room. The most uneducated one in the room, the bully. Okay, that's who you're holding yourself back from. Okay, and that's, listen, what you're waiting on, no doubt is hard. It's hard waiting on this. I see it. The struggle is real. I'm waiting on it. I'm waiting, you know, on my divine counterpart. And this is hard, Emperor reverse, because you're around a bunch of weak ass men. It's not you. Emperor reverse. They don't have, this is a narcissist, bully, weak ass man that you would put, if you would lower yourself right now, what you will get is an emperor reverse. Someone put in that position in your life as an emperor upright, which is a married man, commitment minded, that we're proud of. You're going to lower your standards. First, you're going to put somebody in that seat that is undeserving. You're going to hand the keys over to a toddler. This Lambo that you are, you going to give the keys to a toddler. Somebody here that's a narcissist, a bully. No, because they're telling me, listen, I see you waiting on it and it's extremely hard to do. But if you cave on this, you're going to get a narcissistic bully. If you fold, right? The 10 of wands, if you fold and you start negotiating your standards, you know, if I deduct this 10 of wands, 3 of wands business, if we start negotiating for this emperor reverse, that is not an emperor at all. It's someone that's put in the seat of authority that don't got no business there. They don't have the training. They don't got the training to sit in a seat, ma'am. No, that's somebody that would ruin this. They would ruin an empire. They would break that empire down. No. Nay, I know it's hard. I see you. You've healed. You've done the work. It's like, man, I'm not looking for, I'm just trying to hold myself back from bitch asses. And you're right for doing that. You're right for holding yourself from a bitch ass. You're not that. Mamma mia. Anything else for Mamma mia? Right, now they're talking about you, Empress, and the commitment that you want. Hierophant, higher education, higher level of commitment, okay? It's on divine timing, sweetheart. I know your next question is then when? Then when? TTTAB. When? Man, I'm so depressed. This is disappointing. How much longer? Girl, listen. This is hard work, okay? It's hard work. The level of commitment that you want, Empress, this is challenging. And when you say, okay, well, my next question is when, well, it's on divine timing. That's all I can tell you. In the future, Five of Pentacles, there's a lot of bums around you. You got a lot of poverty. You could live in an area that's povertous. I do see offers coming towards you for love, but they're bums. Tower, and I see you being disappointed for a bit longer. That means, it's on divine timing, meaning I think that you're going to go out on dates. You're going to accept lower offers of love just to, shit, who doesn't want a free meal? And you're willing to do that, but every single one just ends in disaster. And I see you being disappointed for a bit longer, okay? I wish I could give you something better. It could just be your area is full of bums. These love offers are beneath you. The Five of Pentacles love offer is beneath you. You could entertain it and say, well, it's not all about the money, but it kind of is. If you've done all this work on yourself and your expectations of a higher level of commitment, these love offers are coming from a Five of Pentacles, it's coming from a bum, it's not going to ever be equally yoked. You got a ways yet, okay? I wish I could give you something better to look forward to in the future, but I don't see it in this immediate future. I don't, meaning I don't give far off readings. So if you're saying by the end of the month, the end of the season, I'm not seeing it right off. I'm not. It's on divine time. Batman, I have a question about a guy likes me or not. We have a 50-50 relationship. Okay, is there an age difference here? Yeah, you're real disappointed. Is there an age difference? Let me keep going. Let me shut up. Are you gay? Not that I care, just curious. I do got 2 men in the reading. All right. Well, this is a challenge. Emperor, because it looks like there was a secret revealed, and you've been disappointed in the past. You've been on this journey for a while. It feels like you've been left out in the cold, especially when we talk about this 50-50 business, this Five of Pentacles. You're disappointed with it for a while. And then you try to pour into it to heal it. You think of all these options we could heal something with this person. And this is a serious commitment. When we talk about a serious commitment in love and what someone invests in you, the sacrifice, the time, the resources that a stable relationship would have. You're very paranoid. This person, they're not coming across as very trustworthy. It feels like you can't trust them as far as you can throw them. Feels like they hold back from you financially. It's not even a 50-50. If we really get down to brass tacks here, it looks like a 60-40 if we're being quite honest. Because the amount that someone is doing is questionable. When it comes to that 10, we got to get, to keep it a buck with you, 100, right? 10. There's someone here doing a 60. If I got the Knight of Pentacles up on a 5, that's a 6, correct? And then I got the other person holding this 4 and lying about their investment. And I've been suspicious of that, about this whole damn cycle. What someone else is actually doing seems like quite the illusion when I'm trying to make this whole 100 come together. Batman. This is a facade. This is a lie. You've been scared. You've been suspicious. This person, they're coming across like a hater. And this is a 60-40 relationship. This person's doing the bare minimum. This is breadcrumb energy. Breadcrumb. Okay. One person here is consistently looking at ways to make this more committed, ways to make this more solid, how to make the other partner happy. But the other individual in this is reaping the rewards. And if we really wanted to be honest, you're disappointed because this is a 60-40 relationship. And I really am stretching it that far. I'm stretching it into a 60-40. This is babyfied. That's why I asked you if this was it's the truth. I gave you the truth. Truth. Truth is, the truth cuts. Truth is a sword that is meant to cut some things away. Mostly that moon card, which would be illusions of what someone's doing, what they're not doing. A roommate, yeah, you got a roommate at best. Okay, I'm not taking any inheritance questions. All right, Rebecca. Hey, Colby, how you doing? Rebecca Robbins, is Rick the man for me? Rebecca Robbins. Is Rick the man for me? Libra, Scorpio. Definitely. Libra, Scorpio, Judgment, and the Tower. Wow. That's interesting. Spirits here. Wow. Okay. All right. Let's go. Let's talk about this. A lot of majors. I ain't even got many cards out. Got a lot of majors. Wow, more majors. Ooh. I didn't see that coming. Betrayal on the bottom of the deck with the truth. Ooh, on the Emperor. Dag on. Oh my God. And the Empress, there's a woman sitting between the Emperor and right. Listen, there's a betrayal and the truth about this, okay? And this Emperor with this, there's two women here, a Queen of Wands and an Empress. Okay, okay, let me just read it. Okay? In the recent past, there's already judgment called on this thing. No doubt a secret was revealed. It was a tower moment where nothing would ever be the same. To find out somebody was a lying, cheating, sneaking thief, a con man, if you will, because this gentleman seems so stable. Commitment, this is the guy that you would want to commit to, for the long term. It's unusual for the King of Pentacles. I will say that. Justice is here. Whether or not this thing it's challenging to balance this out. This is a challenging, spiritually challenged case, okay, is what I can say. You got the Six of Swords here. This is very spiritually challenged to rebalance out. I will say this going with the flow behavior with this real attractive guy and this fresh start in love, this relationship, Lovers is here, which can be a choice between two. However, I will say this, in order to balance this out, we may need to leave things the way they are right now, okay? This gentleman knows what he wants. He's going after what he wants in the current energy. There's a new relationship here. All I can say is Lovers sometimes is a divine connection, but it's a serious commitment. And it's his job to pursue you. You definitely need to hold back right now. No doubt we're possibly still holding on to a connection, but this gentleman's job is to pursue you. Okay? Now, in the future, though, and no doubt, furthermore, let me take another look. In the current energy, this is very difficult to balance out. And I see someone taking a step back, a step away, and moving on. This guy looks like he knows what he wants. He goes after what he wants. New relationship, divine connection. He's focused on it. If he's holding on to someone else, that's what he's doing. But it's kind of clear that you need to hold back. No doubt you may still hold a torch for this person. But in the future, this King of Swords challenge, it's not a very nice guy. Not a very nice guy. It looks like this gentleman here has got some thinking to do, is what I'm going to say. About what he's given to, how much he's given, like logically, okay? And I think this is a message for you as well. To be logical and fair about this, okay? Think about this breadcrumb offer hard, because there's emotional codependence in this thing. Emotional codependence. And I just, you can't expect this gentleman to show up and give to you and emotionally fill your cup. To be fair with you, this going with the flow energy with this gentleman, this relationship, and I see where he filled your cup. I see it. And I thought this was my twin. And things were no doubt very lustful. And I'm holding on to this union. But when he cuts you off and he's very cold and he's almost mean and breadcrumby, are you reflecting on that as well? When you reflect back on all this love that he gave you and this lustful connection, you don't understand, man. It was because what I do understand, because when you put water with fire, you get steam, baby. No doubt it was a steamy connection. And maybe that's why you're holding on to it the way you are. But did you think about, because they're telling me hermit, are you reflecting on the times he was mean to you as well? And he breadcrumbed you and invested very little? And this emotional codependence that we have, this miserable energy that we have around the times he was not so nice, are we also taking that into account as well, to be fair with you? How about the times that we got this shock of our life here that everything was not a buck. How about that? Have we thought about that as well? How about the time he cut us off, huh? He was not so nice. What is he actually giving you? Because it seems kind of little. They're asking you to reflect on that, to be fair. Because this is emotional codependence. This is miserable. 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 I think you absolutely are trying to manifest this person in from a place of poverty, a lack mindset. Thinking that it would be equally yoked as well. And they're really asking you to think about the times he was very cold and detached with you. He gave you very minimal breadcrumb. Are you also taking that into consideration, that this person is not emotionally available? That they absolutely could also be emotionally codependent? That they would drain you emotionally? Hold on. All right, y'all. It's been real. It's been fun, but I have been on here almost 2 hours, so I'm gonna go ahead and end this live. Deal with this. I don't know. Deal with whatever we're gonna deal with. Anyway, that's it. I said all I needed to say anyway on that last reading. So you guys take care, and I will see y'all soon.